Don't cause any trouble, got it? Quick!
Keep your eyes on the road, you fool!
Quick!
Easy, good horse.
So much dust.
Don't mind the rain. Our bargains will bring a smile to your face.
See Lord Rutard? Or are you just lost?
The Lord Jesus Christ be praised.
Forever and ever.
I'm Henry. I've got pressing news for Lord Rutard. Take me to him. He's expecting me.
Ah, Henry. Yes, yes. Sir Kunslin mentioned you. I'll let you in. Shemek will take you to the Lord. I hope he'll find the time to listen to what you have for him. You're not the first to come to him today, see?
Well, we're here, but you'll have to wait a while. As you can see, Lord Ruthard has an important visitor, and it seems they haven't finished yet.
I understand.
And what now, Martin? Did you speak to Jerome Naz? Will he support us?
He won't. He lent a lot of coin to Sigismund, and now he's stuck with him.
Sakra.
He's scared. As soon as he does anything to upset him, Sigismund will denounce him as a rebel and right after dead.
Damn it! Has all his counting groschen not left room for a grain of common sense in that head of his?
Jerome is a vain man. I'm sure he's pleased when the Hungarian king himself listens to him. He was boasting that he'll be in charge of some church talks in the Italian court. There is no way we'll change his mind.
But you've been to see other councillors too, haven't you? Have you any good news from anyone?
Unfortunately not. Some of them are beholden to Sigismund for their office, and some are worried about...
Christ above!
Divide et impera. God knows, that ginger fox is a mar-
You are ups, especially when every...
The devil take that!
Gentlemen, and my lady, sorry to interrupt. I've heard about his crimes against the crown, and
Are you sure the act...
I've got proof of everything.
Ha! God...
It seems that this young man came to brighten my day.
Martin, this is Henry, our ally from Liechtenstein. Henry, this is Sir Martin Oderin, Lord of Rabosh, a loyal
Sir, my friend Godwin gave me a ring for you. He said you'd help me if I needed it.
Godwin? Really? Well, you choose peculiar friends.
I'm not sure what you mean, sir.
Godwin shouldn't be giving away what isn't his. But I'll help you if need be, although not on account of that ring.
Sir Gunslin,
Shimek? What's going on?
Min Master Vavak is heading here with an armed cohort.
Right now?
Well, I've got nothing to do with that. I didn't betray you.
I hope not.
You'll soon have a... Let Vava... Shimek! Place a gunner on the upper floor, and a crossbowman on the stairs. Then...
Certainly,
Henry, we're counting mainly on you. I hope your findings are worth
100 at least.
I'll help you into your arm.
But quickly! And
What?
no. So go to your room. Take your precious crossbow. And if things turn out badly, if something were to happen to me, you're the next in...
I love you, Papa. Hold your protective hand above us.
Greetings, Sir Ruthard. Your gate was open, so I took the opportunity for a little visit.
No gate is closed to you, is it? The gates of hell. But you're more than well aware of that, eh?
My men aren't here to protect me, but to enable me to keep order when needed. And today, I got the feeling that order is just what's needed. Or do you disagree, sir?
Weigh your words, sir. One might take them as threats. And be assured, we're very well prepared today for anyone who might threaten us.
Threat? Oh, Lord Ruthard, I'm offering you one last chance to surrender your... If not, the king will hear of the serpent you nurse in your...
Enough! Do you think you can... That can easily change when the king learns of the serpent you are nursing. Sir, only...
How?
Henry, kindly inform the royal mint...
The word is you're conspiring with Buresh of Krakowitz and Foreman Fett, sir, to falsify the mining records together. In other words, you're stealing the royal silver. And what's more, taking it to a secret mint where you forge your own coin with the royal stamp. And that's a capital crime. What do you suppose Sigismund might do if... when he finds out his own mint master is robbing him? Especially when he's desperate for every last groschen.
I'd say this somewhat alters the perspective, sir. So from now on, you will leave me.
Exactly.
Are you trying to and with nothing but common slander?
Well, we've not had much time for that. We've been
I know about your account ledgers and the ones from Buresh.
You've made up those books.
Damn right I have them. And they make...
Thanks to your stupidity, I don't have to... You're treated. So now there's... And which I declare... To arms, men! Kill them! Don't hold back, men! In the name of the king!
Show yourself! I'll be your bloody boat! Come on, then!
You're no match for us, fucker!
He knocked his block off! No chance! You got him!
Don't Don't hold back, man! In the name of the king! Destroy them!
and then you'll...
Slice him up! You'll pay for that!
Let him have it! What are those fancy moves, for fuck's sake?
Pull yourselves together!
Hey, get him! Stay out of it!
yourself!
Show your stuff!
In the name of the king!
Nice strike!
Get the fuck! Dead!
Let him have it!
Excellent! Don't hold back, man! In the name of the king! Destroy them!
And then you'll be sorry! Don't spare it! Get out of it!
No, you don't. We're going to gut you, nice strike! Come on, then!
Don't like red!
Whack it! Him! Don't spare him! Go to hell! I'll shoot your head off! Nice hit! Fuck! I can't get a shot in! Watch out! He's going to shoot! So he's a sword fighter, eh? I'll beat you to a... Nice hit! I'll shoot your head off! Now I'll shoot you dead!
Fuck you!
You haven't a chance!
You wanna try me?
Don't hold back, man. In the
Flash my way through you, and then you'll be sorry. Now you're mine.
I'll be done with you in a flash. Show your stuff. Let's see what you made of. You're back there. Fucker. I took him down.
Fucking hell!
no chance.
Don't fucking
Take that.
Have your ass. Let him out! Yeah! Don't spare it! I got it!
Don't hold back, man. In the
Flash my way through you.
You're gonna fuck with us? We're gonna gut you, you whore! Your stuff!
Get him yourself!
I'll give up!
Enough! Enough! I give up! Mercy! I beg of you!
That's not up to me, but to Lord Ruthard. Now call off your men. Do it.
You heard him, men. I order you to stand down.
Completely.
Get out! Wait for me by the gate.
See now? You know how to listen. Now get inside, where you'll answer.
As you... Quinslin, we got off on the wrong foot.
I'll give you the...
You're right.
You're certain?
The only question...
Don't do anything.
That's true.
You're right. Swear.
You have my word.
Good. You know...
Right. You said
Spy?
It doesn't sound...
You...
We can't.
This is nothing compared to the... Then you'd have to run dumb...
Henry's right. So don't even think about dub...
And don't forget...
I understand.
Excellent.
Of course.
I'll take my leave. I'm heading back to Rob, but at least I'm sure he'll be delighted.
God go with you. Ha ha! Now that was a good one. Oof. At any rate, Henry, I'll take those incriminating...
Good idea, sir.
Thanks, Henry. You did a fine job, and I'll never forget your help.
Well, you can return...
I did. And there's a secret passage leading out of Malashov, and you could avail of it in the opposite direction.
A secret passage? That's a godsend. Von Burgov won't have an inkling.
He won't. It's we didn't even know about it ourselves for a long time. She can best she should be in a room.
All right, well,
Don't thank me yet.
Nobody will be expecting me. Then I'll improvise and...
You can't just blindly trust Lady Fortune. Don't go rushing in. First get yourself a coat of the kind used by spies. Don't dally. And I'll pray...
Thanks again. As soon as I'll get Lord...
You've no lack of courage. Shimek will take...
I wish you were playing...
I've got a feeling you're looking for me, Henry.
Your father sent me.
So I can tell you how to... A task for the lowest lackey, wouldn't you say? Well, you don't need to...
Right, yeah. That's exactly what...
What are you staring at? Do you think I was born yesterday? So, it leads to the cellars. but the outside entrance is hidden underground in a forest. You can find the exact place if you...
Is it in a cave hidden behind a waterfall?
Well, no. Listen, nearby Malashov is a stud farm managed by Hashtal, an old friend of Papa's. We had a wayside shrine set up at the crossroads before the stud...
Sure.
Wait, though. From the shrine, you should be able to see a group of boulders. Beyond them are the remains of an old chapel. You have to find it, and then there's a kind of... How can I describe it?
If it's still standing.
I hope so too. Anyway, and now pay attention. Somewhere in those ruins is a stone cross. If you go the way the cross is pointing, you'll find another one. That should lead you to a small clearing. You dig there.
Shit.
Of course it is. After all, you don't want any old idiot.
True enough.
Getting into the castle is the easy...
You're right.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Stop off at the stud farm I told you. No catch. Please tell Hashtal that Papa is still paying for masses for his dead father, as agreed. And even if he's not to...
You got it well fixed.
You've done plenty. You know, Papa would... You've earned the...
Would you like to come with?
Would you seriously want me there?
Well, you wouldn't be a burden to me.
Thank you. But I can't go nevertheless. That's why I would... But you mustn't breathe a word of it.
I'm listening.
I wanted to ask you, since you're going to be...
And what might
A
that...
book. It has great, but if...
And what book?
It's hard to explain to...
Fine.
That wouldn't be very... Perhaps it's...
Fair.
Find it not...
Your wish.
It shouldn't be... And take this.
Thank you.
It is quite possible you won't get back to Malashov again. And Henry...
among us. Hail Mary, pray for us, O Holy Mother of God, that we may be made worthy of the promises of Christ. Pour forth, we beseech thee, O Lord, thy grace into our hearts, that we, to whom the incarnation of Christ, thy Son, was made known by the message of the...
Thank you for fighting by our side and helping defend against the Mint Master. May God be with you, Henry.
Old woman! They look like angels on the outside.
Greetings to you two.
Easy. Good horse. Go! Whoa!
Good day.
Show me your...
Greetings to you.
The Ruthard sent...
What's that to do with me? Those days when Ruthard was the Lord of Malashoff are over. I don't want to have anything more to...
He sends you his regards. And he asked me to remind you that he's still paying for masses.
Sakura. Nobody knows about...
That's why he told me. So you'd be sure I really did come from them, and this isn't a trick.
Sorry for being a bit hostile-like. Good to hear that Sir Quinlan still has a few friends left. Give him my greetings, and say...
Sure.
So, tell me.
I've got to get into Malashov to free...
What, all alone?
Don't worry. I'll figure it out. Lord Ruthard, what I need from you is to get a fresh horse ready for my friend. A fast one.
Well, you sure ain't lacking. A fresh, fast horse don't come cheap. But fine, since you're somewhere a bit further from here so I don't get in the
Of course. The last thing, and the Ruthards promised to pay for the horse if it comes to any...
All right. So look, here next to the stud farm, there's a kind of band of rocks below the forest. When you go alongside the rocks to the end, you'll find a wooded copse not far from the castle. There's a well-trodden patch of ground there, so that's where I'll have that horse ready for you. Hopefully, nothing will happen to him if I just leave him there. Recently, there's been wolves and wild dogs.
Thanks.
Tell me more about this secret passage. They say there's one here somewhere, but...
That passage is secret for a reason.
Herrgott, I'm to risk my farm, and maybe even my...
You're right. I don't know exactly where it is yet. It's supposed to be...
Sir Quinlan band, if you need... And I'm sure you'll also need some torches.
Don't worry.
Hey, now that I think about you shared a secret with me, I know it well. And I've done...
Thanks, Hashtal. I'll consider it. Is there anything else you can...
Well, apart from praying, I reckon I've already exhausted all the ways I can help you. I wish you the best of luck. I reckon you'll need it.
The chapel directed me here. There's no doubt about that. So somewhere around here, I have to find a stone cross, and then go in the direction the top is pointing. A cross in stone. This could be the place Rosa mentioned. I'll grab the spade and see if I'm in the right place. Ugh. A tough job, but it was worth it. The way to Malashov is clear. Now I get it. Those boards were supported by beams to hold the earth above, so there didn't have to be as much of it. Hidden and firm. Really smart. It's a good thing they did it that way too, so I didn't have to dig as much. gold. What's this door doing here? Could it be another of the Roothard's tricks? But if this beam is dropped onto those cleats, no one would break through in a hurry. I reckon with this, any defenders could hold off their pursuers for quite some time. This will come in handy on the way back. This looks like it could be the wall of the Malashov cellars. There's no going back. This is it. All right then. Courage, Henry. Courage. You can do this. This is gonna take a while.
And Ruthard and Liechtenstein are turning the Kuttenberg houses against us.
Bavag will deal with Ruthard. But Liechtenstein is your concern. How come you haven't caught him yet?
He's slippery as an eel. He's hiding somewhere in the Jewish quarter. I sent spies to track him down, but they never came back.
Flush him out of that hole of his. For fuck's sake!
Why such concern, Otto? Kuttenberg is ours. Sigismund has the reins firmly in his hands.
He's got fuck all in his hands. Sigismund thought at first he'd come to terms with his brother Wenceslas, clear the way for him to the imperial throne, and take the Bohemian throne for himself. But Wenceslas couldn't even get off his drunken ass and go to Rome for the coronation. And now, the glorious Hungarian king has fallen for Jobst and his damned truce. He's been taken in by that treacherous turncoat.
Jobst betrayed Wenceslas. Then Sigismund, and now us. He fooled all of us. But what can he really do against us,
I'll tell you what. While pretending to parley, he incensed the Hungarian nobles against Sigismund.
Surely Sigismund's army can deal with that inconvenience.
Ha! He was paying his Cumans by letting them pillage Bohemia. He set half the people against him in the country he wants to rule. And now, there is nothing left to plunder. While we are shuffling our feet here, Jobst is surely mustering an army.
What are we going to do?
We've got Cabon. That'll keep Hanush and the Lipa people at bay. If they ever want to see their heir alive.
Jobst has Liechtenstein mustering other allies for him. We get him in our grasp, and Jobst will be like a fish out of water in Bohemia.
I'll drag him out of that Jewish den with my own 2 hands. Count on me, sir. The betrayers of Christ, hiding a betrayer. They are rich. All that's needed is a good pretext. The Kuttenbergers will be quite happy if their debts to those usurers happen to go up in smoke. Yeah.
You're learning fast, young man.
Keep the gate open.
A horseman, sir!
Anish is out of the game. The Kuttenbergers are taken care of, and we'll catch Liechtenstein. You'll see, my friend. Good times are coming.
Your Graces, King Sigismund is convening the town council, but first he requests your presence at the Sedlitz monastery, without delay.
What's all the urgency about?
Surely you must know that yourself, sir. The captives fled Trotsky Castle and killed Istvan Toth while escaping. What?
That's not possible. That's a lie.
It is true, Lord Toth is dead.
Who? Speak!
The messenger said something about Cobbler's bastard and some outlaws.
I swear, by everything that is holy, I will find that whoreson, and I will rip out his heart!
Jesus. What's with that boy?
Sir Istvan was like a father to him. We better go.
Bring the horses!
Shame about that dog.
Lord von Berghoff
Luck was
had
on
to
my
leave on
side.
important
Now to
business
find
with King
Capon
Sigismund.
and get out of
He
here.
took a small escort with him, so the garrison is slightly weakened now. So, be extra alert on your watch. If I find anybody slacking off, they'll get the whip.
You've got it, Conrad.
Diepold, I'll send Hyman to the gate. You'll be in charge of the southern and eastern fortifications.
All right, Conrad. I'll get right on it.
Franz, run along back to the guard. Get some sleep. You don't fall asleep during the night.
supposed to be keeping watch or polishing the armor somewhere?
Conrad sent us to keep watch here.
I think we're just holding up here. I'll ask him first thing.
There must be some clues here, somewhere.
We're on Conrad's blacklist, and ever since he yelled at you last time, I reckon you are too. So what do you say?
Who the hell opened this? Nobody here.
And you won't say anything to the captain about it. Have no fear. Just have a little nibble.
Why is it open?
I hope so.
Who could have done it?
Now off with you.
Nothing serious. How to deal with us?
I feel a little sorry for her. With nobody.
Who could have done it?
She's some third-rate thing for some.
What the? Who opened this?
Hear about that? Jan the Curious of Kronstadt?
I think you mean Hinnock the Dry Devil. I heard he was gonna hang him.
No, they were going to quarter him. They didn't. When he was being taken to Sigismund's camp, someone killed his escort. An absolute massacre. No one survived. Not even the horses.
That about fits his reputation. Do you think he's yoked to the enemy? Or he's putting together a company against us?
I don't know. I reckon he's glad he's still breathing. Holed up somewhere. No. Menaces like him don't shit in corners long. Sooner or later, he'll get mixed up in something else. Sure of that.
Hey?
Here, meet my boss.
Enemy in the fortress! Sound the alarm!
You want to enter? There's nothing here for you.
You won't surrender.
I'll shoot you an extra asshole! I'm on your... Fuck you!
Don't think I won't cut you to pieces.
You won't be able to take another one like that. Take that! You won't get me.
The pillory's too good for you. I'll chop you up.
Any other horse...
Lord von Berghoff
Luck was on
had
my
to leave on
side.
important
Now to
business
find
with
Capon
King
and
Sigismund.
get out of
He
here.
took a small escort with him, so the garrison is slightly weakened now. So, be extra alert on your watch. If I find anybody slacking off, they'll get the whip.
You got it, Conrad.
Yeppel, I'll send Hyman to the gate. You'll be in fortification.
All right, Conrad. I'll get right.
Fuck me.
Huh?
Good idea. Let's spin some dice. Whoever loses will take the night shift with
hell with it.
Come on, then. Show us what you can do, unless you're playing for the first time.
All right.
Dice are falling my way today.
Doing here? Aren't you supposed to be keeping watch or polishing the armor somewhere?
Conrad sent us to keep watch here.
I think you're just holding up here. I'll ask him first thing tomorrow and see what he tells me.
Wait, Mom. We're on Conrad's blacklist, and ever since he yelled at you last time, I reckon you are too. So what do you say we help each other out a bit here? We'll hole up a bit downstairs, and you won't say anything to the captain about it.
Have no fear. We'll just have a little nibble, with your kind permission.
And we'll be as quiet as mice in the hall. We won't disturb you, trust me.
I hope so. Now off with you.
You're a sharp one. You sure know how to deal with her.
I feel a little sorry for her.
What's that? Did I imagine it? I must be mad. To hell with it. Huh?
Are you starting to regret coming to play? That's still right. It'd be worse if you already had 3 ones.
To hell with it. The noble's food tastes best, but it isn't easy to get to it.
My luck keeps up, it'll all be over soon.
What is happening? Who are you?
Quiet. If you make a peep, we're done for.
Henry?
Good God, Henry. How did you... What are you doing here? What do you think I'm doing? Hunting boar? Came to save your noble arse. My noble arse thanks you. Oh, how did you get here? I'll tell you later. Who's this?
Vauquelin Brabant, Chevalier d'Arezzo. At your service.
Brabant led the defense at Kuttenberg.
He's Sigismund's prisoner, same as me.
And I came very close to holding the town. Besides...
But there's no time for chit-chat. He's our ally. We can't leave him behind. Right, no doubt you've got a cunning plan for us to get out of here, right? Well, let's hear it.
Of course I have a plan. Listen, I got to the fortress through a secret passageway that old Ruthard told me about. Von Bergov knows nothing about it.
C'est magnifique! Very cunning.
And so far, the garrison has no idea I'm here. We're lucky von Bergov left the fortress along with von Aulitz and some of the garrison. So I'll take you to that passageway, and we'll get out of here. We'll get to the forest not far from here. I'll have some horses ready there. We'll be gone before you can say the Lord's Prayer.
Formidable! I call that an elegant plan. I myself had to sneak like that once during the siege of Arezzo. So, what are we waiting for? On y va!
Wait. A passageway, you say? A dark, narrow passageway?
Well, it's just a passageway. There's a bit of water in it to wade through, but nothing we can't handle.
You can forget about it. I'm not going through any passageway.
What the fuck?
Let me repeat. No passageway for me. It's not the chivalrous way.
It is not chivalrous, c'est vrai, but in our situation, it is more than delicious.
Oh, and how would you like to get out of here chivalrously, your lordship?
What do I know? We could maybe break down the gate.
Un moment. Henri? You said that von Bergov left. Is that not so?
Yes.
And what about horses? Are there any horses left here?
I think there's a couple, yeah. In the lower courtyard.
Très bien. That will be enough. We just have to get to them. But I think we could get there stealthily. It is not far from the tower to the stables. Then you simply open the gate, et voila, we are gone! Just like I escaped when surrounded by that English dog John Oakwood. It may not be the best plan, it was not back then either. But we simply have no other choice. Time has passed. The fortress is quiet. I believe that most of the garrison has gone to sleep, which plays in our favor.
That's a wonderful plan! No passageways! But we need some weapons.
Exactement. To have a proper piece of steel in my hand again. Preferably Milanese, although I would be satisfied with something local.
I don't have anything for you. Maybe we'll find something later.
I certainly hope so.
Merde. Our plan is starting to fall apart.
We don't have time to play hide and seek, and if someone tries to stop us...
Are you sure?
Je suis d'accord.
Don't you two...
We don't have any...
C'est vrai. You should go first.
Right then.
And how?
Well, the stables can be seen from the entrance hall. If you signal us with a torch from next to the horses, we'll head towards you.
Agreed. Good idea. Wait for my lot.
But you must be absolutely certain that the way is clear. If you have any doubt, do not risk our lives.
True. And if we don't hear from you or see your...
Précisément.
Right.
Brabant, keep watch by the stairway. I'll go to the window and wait for Henry's signal.
I think it would be better if you watch the stairs.
Why's that?
You are younger. You have better hearing.
You said you once discovered a dozen English spies. So you can surely handle one stairway.
I discovered them because I smelled them from a distance. You see, les Anglais stink to high heaven.
You'd better hope von Bergov's men stink like rotten fish.
I will watch the stairs if Monsieur le Chaponceau insists.
What's going on? Are we going?
have some...
Très bien, give it. Now I will...
I have a weapon for you.
Fine. Thanks, Henry.
Go to the horses.
Sure, let's go.
Stop.
What's going on? Are we going? We're waiting till you give the word.
Go to the horses.
Sure, let's go.
Stop.
What's going on? Are we going?
Back. Go back.
Yeah, got it.
Stop. Go to the horses.
Sure, let's go.
Enemy in the fortress! Sound the alarm!
Oh, heck, man! Surprise, eh? Dungeon grubber! Qu'est-ce que t'attends, connard? Attaque!
I must admit, mes amis, the last time I have had such a suspense was when I was rescuing the King of France.
Oui, monsieur, you were surely brave. And fortune favors the brave. Free at last!
Thank you for coming for me, Henry. You're a great friend. The best I could wish for.
After today, you may also count me among your friends. I, Vauquelin Brabant, chevalier, aventurier et voyageur. I'm at your service, mon brave. ID, in your honor, I shall name my new horse after you.
Pleased to meet you, Sir Vacula.
My name is Vauquelin.
Vauquelin? Would you mind if I just call you Brabber?
Brabant.
Brabant?
Que peut-on y faire? It will have to do. Do not concern yourself. You are not tenant in any art of conversation. But at least you have courage and other skills. You carried out the entire operation truly brilliantly. I could not have done it much better myself. And look, mon ami, How the fresh air suits Monsieur Chapon. He has finally stopped drawing in self-pity.
What self-pity, damn it? I was locked up for days in a tiny stinking room.
Ah, come now, mon cher. Luck was simply not on your side for once. That is all. Now we are finally free. The time has come for grand deeds. I did not waste my time in captivity. I fought everything over diligently. Listen.
Please, I'd prefer not to.
What's your plan, Sir Baron?
An heroic deed about which odes shall one day be composed, similar to my feat in the famous Battle of Arezzo.
But what would you do now?
What if we were to journey to Vienne? We could assemble a company and liberate Le Roi Wenceslas.
That would be excellent. If the king were to return, the nobility would definitely support him. Sigismund would have to withdraw.
Précisément! And what is more, our names would be sung throughout the kingdom. Undoubtedly, we would also earn a rich reward too. Then I would invite the best stonemason from France and build Monsieur Chapeau a castle that even Chevalier Hanush would envy.
You must be mad. You've been free less than a day, and you're already thinking up ways to get yourself killed. I'd rather endure Hanush's preaching about my incompetence than listen to this chatter. We'll see what happens next. But the first thing that I need is to get good and drunk. We should spur the horses on. God knows, they might be hot on our heels. Yeah! Christ, wounds. Such destruction and havoc.
War. Monsieur Chapon, you have yet to participate in a real battle. But I fought against les Valaques at Naples, and les Anglais in Bourgogne. And that is how war looks, whether in Italy or La Bohème. It is always the same.
That's not war, it's barbarism. What value did this village have?
Eh bien, I would estimate 5 courtyards. Annual revenues could be perhaps, several hundred groschen.
That's not what I meant, Bacalin. No fortress. Maybe one fortified courtyard. Practically insignificant militarily. That's not how war should be fought. This is unjust.
Do not give way to sentimentality, monsieur. A village could harbor spies and saboteurs or supply the enemy, and destroying enemy assets is an effective tool of war. Wars are not decided only in battles. There are not even many of those. To strike in the rear, make the enemy lose and bleed. That is how most conflicts are fought. However, wait a year or two, the village will be settled. The population will increase again. That is how it always happens.
But we're the nobility. Our task is to lessen the chances of such things happening. Here!
this pair of scoundrels?
I fucked everything up.
Oh, get up, lad. Everyone makes mistakes. Only a better man owns up to them. At least we know now what kind of vermin we're dealing with.
What brings you here? We just escaped from Malashov, and right now
There's no time for haste. One thing at a time, my boy. Word reached Ratai that you pair got yourselves into a nice mess. I'm glad to see you both in one piece. So, let's hear it. What happened?
It's best if Henry tells you. I wasn't around for half of it.
no sooner had we spied Trotsky on the horizon than everything started to go to hell. We made camp by a pond with the intention of heading for the castle at first light, only we were ambushed by bandits in the evening. They killed all our men and took everything they could carry, including the letter for von Berghoff.
And how did you two manage to get out alive?
Just by a stroke of good luck. We were both in a bad way. We might not have made it if a local herb woman hadn't taken care of us.
Only after that, we couldn't get into the castle, though. We looked like a pair of beggars.
And the bastards treated us as such.
But you did get into Trotsky in the end, didn't you?
Von Berghoff received us and heard us out. It seemed like he was on our side. We even helped him out several times. Until we found out he was just stringing us along. It all came out after we set out with von Berghoff's men to deal with the bandits who were rampaging in his domain. The same ones who attacked us at the start.
Only they ambushed us and took me and Henry captive for ransom.
But it turned out these very outlaws are on our side. They're fighting for King Wenceslas on the orders of Sokol of Lamberg.
Well, I'll be damned.
So von Berghoff has been the real enemy all this time. And Zizka is actually our ally.
Zizka. He's the captain of those outlaws. That name doesn't ring a bell.
I think you'll meet him soon enough.
What impression did he make on you?
He's some impoverished yeoman. But he's handy in a battle, and he helped us when we needed it.
He made quite an impression on me, for one. I'll be happy to see him again. But if only it didn't have to be in Raborge. Why Raborge? Of all the places in the world.
We're riding to a gathering of King Wenceslas's supporters. If fortune favors us, the future fate of the kingdom will be decided there.
If we keep standing around here gabbing about it, it'll be decided without us.
Patience, my friend. This pair have just returned from the clutches of the enemy. No doubt they have something to tell us.
Like how in the devil did you manage to escape?
I was helped by the Ruthard family, the former rulers of Malashov, in exchange for dealing with some trouble they had with Ulrich of Raditz.
Ulrich Vavak? But he's the mint master.
Well, he won't be for long, if it comes to light that he's been putting his sticky fingers on the royal silver.
It seems you've been pretty busy.
But don't forget to say what you found out from von Berghoff in Malashov.
Sigismund has convened the city council. Markvart von Aulitz will be there with him, too. The word is, Sigismund is going to make an important announcement there.
He picked a nice time for it. But at least he won't be sticking his nose into what's going on around.
Can we go to Raborsh with you? We could certainly use a drink, a bite to eat, and a comfortable bed.
I wish I could say yes, son, but the city council assembly is a big opportunity. Young Lord Capon will go with us to Raborsh, but you'll have to return to the city right away and try to worm your way into the town hall.
What? How can I get in there? I can't just walk in off the street.
You've got the dirt on Vavak, and you don't know how to use it? Just tell him either he gets you into the council chamber, or you get him on the gallows.
It's worth a try, right?
I hope that assembly really is important. If Sigismund is just going to announce an increase in taxes, there's not much point in my being there.
Well,
At least you can enjoy watching the long faces of the councillors when they hear it. And don't worry, I'll eat and drink in Rabosh on your behalf.
If I come back and find you there under lock and key again, I'll leave you to rot.
Take I will go as well, and I will not let your friend out of my sight.
Hans? Who's this?
Vaclin Brabant, Chevalier d'Arezzo, at your service.
He was a captive of Lord von Bergov's, like me. He defended Kuttenberg against Sigismund.
In that case, he'll be a welcome guest at Rabosh.
You don't know what you're promising, Baron. Watching Sir Hans is a job and a half.
The main thing is to watch out for yourself, Henry. As soon as you can do so without raising suspicion, come and join us.
He'll manage it, but now we really need to hit the road.
Safe travel, Henry.
Adieu et bonne chance!
And to you. Hopefully we'll meet soon.
Quick!
Whoa! Easy! Easy!
Another mongrel.
Easy, good horse.
Oh, mind where you're going.
then.
Whoa! Whoa!
The poor thing. It's her fault for being so thick. A strange woman visits her old man every day and she still hasn't twigged.
Was möchtest du?
This could you. I'd like to do something. Do you accept?
Well, Hey, you.
I'll have a look.
Das war ein gutes Geschäft. Auf Wiedersehen.
My God, what stings here?
Glad to see you.
You have the gall.
Hold your horses. Actually, I haven't.
You've come to...
Call it what you like. I need to get into the city council assembly.
The assembly? The one King Sigismund is...
Surely you wouldn't deny...
Don't try that on me. And tell the truth.
I want to know what Sigismund tells the council.
You want to spy? Do you know what you're risking? Forget it.
Have you forgotten I have you over a barrel? If you want to keep your position and your head on your shoulders, you better shut...
All right, all right. If I get you into the council, you'll behave appropriately, and that will be the...
All right.
You can get into the council assembly relatively easily. My cook's son is roughly around your age. Maybe he can be persuaded, although not everyone would want to give up an opportunity.
What would work?
Would you like me to give you a letter for him?
Where can I find...
He's supposed to pick up his new clothes at the market today, from Master Tailor Schneider, that is, if he's up and about after his boozing...
At the what?
That German alehouse, the Iron Eagle.
God be with you, my friend. Good God.
What will I need?
Fast feet and good...
Excuse me?
Do you think you can serve the king in a tall...
Well, no.
Our usual waiter had a brand new livery made specially for meeting the king.
Who's this boy?
Franta's his name. Which reminds... Otherwise...
I'll be going there.
Just make...
What are you poking around that door?
Huh? Greetings, friend.
What a stink! Be careful, it's not safe here.
Oh, what did I do to you?
Apparently the city council is organising another good at fortifications, you can't do it.
I'll tell you, no fucking... I didn't say I wouldn't contribute, but I'm not...
Keep close to the others. It's not safe here.
Sweet pie! Big strong pod! Hot here, twice fired! Come and take your pick! New wares!
Broadcloth. Woolen broadcloth.
Good morning to you.
You must be...
I am.
I'm Henry.
I am.
Supposing I took the job on for you.
Look here. It's not like I'm all that keen on it, but it's well paid. Them councillors stuffing their faces and guts. Why would you want to stick...
I just have to get... I have an important...
But why would you want to...
It could be that someone from the council...
I see. All right, then. To begin with, you'll need confirmation that you've worked as a waiter at the council, and you can... Look here. Do you have any idea what's expected of you?
Of course.
All right. Show the confirmation to the head butler.
That makes sense.
And you'll need a waiter's livery. I had a brand... I didn't get round to picking it up, so go and see...
Thanks.
You better...
Pouches! Big and small, round and thin. Come and buy some new plates.
Hose! Colourful hose! Great for church.
Bowls, pots, pot lids. We've got enough to go around. Anything you need.
Vito! What would you like this for?
I hear one Franta cooldown.
Aye, the finest. But it was worth it.
As it happens. Franta, he gave me a certificate.
I was hoping he'd try them on one line. I need...
Quality goods.
Shoes here. Shoe repair.
Fine wares here. Quality merchandise. Oh, great!
What do you have?
Thank you. And a good day.
What did I do to you?
Juicy apple.
Franta cooldown sent me.
Franta's not coming.
He's in church. I suppose he committed some awful sin.
Did he have to go and confess now? Well, what can I do? We can't be without a waiter here. So, have you got Franta's certificate?
Sure.
Everything. You know a good waiter by his properly seated cap? Without a tunic, you're no royal waiter. And have you forgotten your hose? I can't let you into... You can put your steel aside in front of the council chamber, along with your other stuff. You don't want to be dragging a load. The royal waiter's livery has strict rules.
Here I am.
Let's have a look at you. You've got a waiter's cap, a tunic. You can put your steel aside in front of the council chamber, along with your other stuff. You don't want to be dragging everything, as it... Do you know what you're due for an inexperienced green...
Well,
I should certainly... Now listen.
A good waiter should stand in a corner, look willing and ready, in short, behave as... But when one of the gentlemen calls for wine, you run, you'll find the pitchers on a table by the door to the chapel. You take one and go to their table and white Tokaid or red monastery wine.
White or red by the door to the chapel. Got it.
But for Councillor Adam of Zarzhitz, you must not pour at all. When he drinks, he disrupts and makes trouble. So the assembly has to be interrupted. Or otherwise, we can't allow that to happen in the...
All right. Sir Adam of Zarzhitz.
And if the king himself wants wine, you pour for him with lowered eyes. Don't look at him. And the most important thing?
To stay in the background and...
Correct. The councillors have a lot to discuss, and in general, a good waiter has to be invisible.
Oh?
Well, yes, but only to what anyone wants from you. No excuses, and understood?
Absolutely. I'm awake.
Correct. And if you manage not to botch it up, you can even rise on the social ladder. But you'll manage it.
I know everything I need.
Excellent. Put away your things here. It's easier to serve with a lighter...
The city reserves are in urgent need of new weapons. Unverzüglich. Our current Waffenarsenal is a joke, and on top of that, the army was requisitioning from it. Should the town reserve have worse weapons than any Räuber in the domain?
What are you getting at, Eldris?
I'm saying that the bandits who freed Hinnick, the Dry Devil, used that thing. That Hackenbücher. Hand cannon. Can you believe it?
Are you deaf or something?
Where did they get them?
White.
You're the one who should know where they got them. Since you're a gunsmith.
What are you implying, Friedrich? All I'm saying is that they had them, Herrgott. It is eine Schande when outlaws have better weapons than the city garrison. And Herr König surely knows this too.
What is it, Eldris? You smell a deal?
What I smell is that your stubborn heads do not realize.
I'd like some monastery wine. Refill my cup, boy.
The Dry Devil is running free. There are Raubritter everywhere in the region. We have the army bearing down, and you want to defend yourselves with a few rusty halberds.
Monastery wine. Here.
I'm not allowed.
This is unbelievable.
King Sigismund is providing us with protection, isn't he?
Der König and his army will not be here forever.
Shut up! The king can arrive at any moment. What if he heard you?
What then? We're sitting atop the biggest silver heap in the kingdom, and we're supposed to defend it with brooms?
You're right, Eldris.
Tokai,
But where can we get the coin for better equipment?
We can always confiscate the property of the king's enemies, nicht wahr?
We are more than familiar
sir.
with the Yemeni
Which
state
one?
of our
Tokai,
armory.
white.
Are you the king is surely aware of it as well. Maybe if he waived some of the taxes?
The king fears that this town will rise against him. He'll take the arming of the city's militia as a preparation for war.
So you suggest we just wait with arms crossed for the Raubritter to wreak havoc all around?
Where's my white?
We can always ask the king to bring order to the realm with his army.
Thank the Lord.
But then the Dörfler will rise up.
I'm afraid I see no solution of the current situation. We shall wait and see what His Majesty thinks about the matter. Maybe we can change his mind. Vielleicht?
I'd like to report to the Honorable Council on the cleanliness of
I'd
the
like
city
some monastery wine.
and the state
Refill
of the
my
public
cup, boy.
baths.
You mean baths or brothels?
I'm sorry, sir.
Isn't it the same
Orders from
thing?
above.
This is unbelievable.
So, the cleanliness of the city is not what it should be. The current valves in the city fall far short of covering
Is everything all right?
needs.
No,
You're right,
but there's
Joe.
nothing you can do about
The
it.
woman named...
I need something from you. There is an item in my study that I confiscated from a female thief. She thought she could wriggle out of it by telling me who the item belongs to.
And what is it?
A silver goblet. She sneaked into Sir Ulrich's house and stole it. No one's noticed the theft yet. But if Ulrich finds out, he'll turn the city upside down to find the culprit. Go and get it. And don't you make a mess there, understand?
Certainly, sir.
Come back with this...
City walls.
Certainly. And they can get leeches there for free as well. And while he's there, a man can shave and take a... you-know-what.
So what? Going to the baths is neither a civic duty nor a right.
Have you forgotten the Black Death? A great many people
nice.
died needlessly.
Whose silver
Are
might
you
this be?
questioning God's plan? The Black Death had nothing...
So? Did
Unless the Lord wishes to...
I did.
Not so loud. And now go back to your...
Important, but we don't have money to spare. Arguing about who is going to wash where and how is a waste of time.
I got word that Rutard has pulled off another deed.
That's nothing
Tokai!
unusual.
And the full cup.
That old weasel will never accept that the city isn't run his way. At least until His Majesty honors us with his visit. And as we know, Gunslin absolutely hates him.
Sir?
He can hate all he wants, as long as he does no damage.
Well,
Ulrich, what have you got to say about it?
Me? Well, I'm not sure what you're implying.
I'm speaking about the Rutard incident. You were there, weren't you?
Oh, that. Just a small misunderstanding. We've sorted it out and everything's settled.
My ears must be deceiving me. Are you defending Rutard? Besides, if his men attack
Tokai!
yours,
And a
as
full cup.
I've heard, then we have a good reason to punish him.
What happened there? Leave nothing out.
I don't like Rutard, true, but in this case it really was nothing.
Everyone in the city gossiped about it.
Are they only just
I
pressing
heard
the
there were
grapes
several
for the
dead.
Tokai?
Did you? That's grossly exaggerated. I don't think
Thank you,
Rutard
waiter.
will cause any trouble. He is sensible enough not to draw attention to himself while the king is here.
That's true. Because if we don't do something about him, the king himself will put an end to him, and soon.
Unless
Hey,
he
waiter,
puts an end
pour
to
me
us
some Tokai.
first. God knows what he wants to tell us.
If nothing happened, there's no point in dwelling on it. Let's move on.
I'm sorry, Andreas, but I wouldn't brush it off so quickly. Why do I have the feeling you're not telling us the whole truth?
Are you deaf or something?
Are you accusing
Wine.
me of
White.
lying?
Those are
Well,
strong words, my friend. Nobody said anything like that, did they?
Then why doesn't he tell us what really happened,
I'm not keeping anything from you, but there's little truth to the rumors circulating around the town. Yes, Rutard and I had a little disagreement, but we ended it quickly because his daughter wanted to get involved. I didn't want to expose the girl to any unpleasant sights.
So Rutard is hiding behind his own daughter's skirts?
As if it wasn't enough that he sent his son to die defending the city.
All right. If we really don't have anything new to say, let's turn the page.
Things have got out of order in the town. Some adventurers decided to take the law into their own hands and restore the tradition of duels. It's not only barbaric, but also illegal. If we tolerate this, the rabble in the city will go wild and do whatever they want. I suspect the custom to
monastery
us.
wine.
That German, Menhard, is just hanging around the market looking for trouble.
Don't be ridiculous, Forsucker. You act like
hang
you've
around
never been
me.
in a fight
Vanish,
yourself.
you hear me?
And to accuse a swordsmaster without a shred of
As
proof.
you wish.
We're not
Sir
some old
Ulrich.
fishwives of the
Go.
marketplace.
I don't want to
So
see
you will just
again.
leave it be?
Proven offences are punished by
waiter.
the bailiff. And that's that.
Everything
There are
in
more
order?
pressing
Not
matters to
quite.
deal with.
But I think you might be able to help me.
What can I help you with, sir?
I left my gloves in the chapel. I took them off to pray, but then I rushed here and forgot to take them. I can't just get up and walk out now. But if you disappear for a little while...
All right.
I knew I could. While you're at it, count how many figures on the mural have wings.
But why?
Because I'm bored, and because...
Dirt on our work?
If I threw out everyone who complains over a beer, I'd soon be out of customers.
Ah, to hell with it. We'll never get anywhere like this. Why waste our time?
That was easy enough. And he wanted me to count the winged figures.
So...
I found your glove.
Really? And did you count them?
I counted 20.
And you counted correct, so you can have a bit of fun in the evening.
As the eternal dispute over the cathedrals. The building of the church is dragging on, and in the meantime, they are calling diocesan pilgrimages to settlers, right under our noses. It's just a village with a monastery, and they are going to make a royal mining city.
I'll have a cup
Why
of
can't
wine.
we build faster?
A nice
Hire more craftsmen, start with night shifts.
Haven't you noticed there's a war going on? Are the experts from far off supposed to work in a city under siege?
Sir?
Besides, I get the feeling there's something other than the welfare of the city behind your complaints.
Oh, you do? Do you? And what would that be?
Like, for instance, that you'd like to have your own altar there?
So what if I would?
Hold your horses, gentlemen.
Tokai!
That space
And
in
a
the
full
side
cup.
nave is mine.
Then hell freezes over, mein Freund. Your place is at least 2 steps behind mine.
A swordsmith dares to insult me? Ha! I think not.
I apologize, sir.
Excuse me.
Which way?
You wanted to
Okay,
buy yourself
white.
an altar in the
Are you
cathedral.
deaf?
Just like you bought yourself
Sir?
a seat in this council.
How dare you? I acquired
Good.
my seat
Now
from
run
the
on.
services our guild provided and still provides to the crown.
Well, I hope you're not supplying equipment to the army. If that's all they have, they would be defeated by that bunch of ne'er-do-wells from the alehouse
full
or
cup of
Obrink.
monastery wine.
What?
Ne'er-do-wells.
Those wrestlers of theirs, of course. People from the whole town go to watch them brawl.
Oh, this is news to me.
Because it has all been sorted out.
Come now,
Sir?
waiter. I
Not
wanted
long
red.
ago, The guards raided and threw them all out.
Thank you, waiter.
Yes, I had forgotten. What do we have to discuss next?
I'm telling you, something is being planned.
Oh, I doubt it. No one's going to tackle Rootard.
Azon al-Juchag Össe, Alegiop Katonaikat, Ishkelkinek Utra.
You have nothing to fear. Not you.
like this band of fools!
Come now, Father. Put a little life into your dying. See more cheerful priests at funerals.
I'd rather be at one than here. I hoped I'd never see this fortress again in my life.
Unpleasant memories?
You have no idea. I didn't part ways with my father on entirely good terms. 20 years ago.
And now you're 2 decades older and wiser. At your Ujit's parish, you spread the word of God to your flock, and you saved my neck and Henry's too. I'd say your father should be proud of you.
None of that matters a damn to him.
Who knows? Maybe that 20 years has changed a thing or two.
You know what? Let's drop the subject. What do you plan to do now you're a free man again?
What do you think? Get drunk, woo one of the local wenches, and wake up in the morning with no hose and a head like a church bell.
Have you perchance forgotten we're supposed to be deciding the future of the kingdom here?
I'll leave that to the older and wiser. And dumber.
Do you know any of the guests here?
Most of them I'm seeing for the first time in my life. It's a pretty varied company. We've had bandits, nobles, burghers, a priest, and even a rabbi coming together here. It's like the start of some joke.
Wait a moment. Rabbi, you say? The Kuttenberg rabbi?
Yeah. He came with a retinue. But for now, they're keeping mostly to themselves. Maybe you should go and welcome some of them. After all, this used to be your home. And you're a spiritual man too, so you should have something in common.
I wouldn't be too sure. But I suppose I can try. Who's that French fellow you brought here from Malashov?
The great Baron Brabant. Been everywhere, knows everything, and has the keys to half the kingdom. He's got more fairy tales than my old nanny.
Can he be trusted?
He's a blabbermouth, but a harmless one. Besides, he defended Kuttenberg, and you know how that went. If he were on Sigismund's side, he'd hardly have been locked up with me.
Dear me. I'd rather creep off into some corner with a full wineskin. But I suppose I'll have to introduce myself to the rest of the guests, eh?
Indeed you should. After all, you are one of the lords of Rabosh.
Oh, don't start with that. I'd like to steer clear of the old man as long as I can.
In that case, you should sound out Radzig and Hanush and find out what they're actually planning.
Such rare guests. One wouldn't expect I'm Godwin. My
peace be with you. Neither would one expect a priest.
How do you know?
It's not difficult to... And we are both... I'm Yehuda, leader of... And...
Who would... Why did we have to come here, Sadie?
Because we all need... And why?
Do you want to make use of the council to improve the status of Jews in the city?
Not at all. However, we would like to give the council some... The situation in the town and the kingdom. You have men and weapons. We have the means.
Why are you telling this to a Koimer? You wanted to deliver what we brought to the...
Everything in good time, sir.
Did you come to...
Not to...
You don't even know if you can trust them. With that money, we could have...
You remind me of my young friend Henry.
Henry? That messenger of Radzig Copula.
You know each other. You're both around the same age.
That would be him. We did not get off to a very good...
maybe you'll get to know each other better. He should become... For a young stripling, he's been through plenty. It's not so long since he was supposed to become a blacksmith, and instead, he's roaming the world.
Wait, from Skalitz?
Aye, that's right.
I knew of someone.
My daughter knew him most, and that is why I said...
Maybe he was my father, but he certainly didn't act like one.
And that was...
Why?
Don't make hasty judgments. As far as I know, Martin didn't have at least he took in Henry and raised him as his own on the orders of the Lord of Skalitz, Sir Radzig, Henry's real father.
I don't care if he took care of 20 other Mamsas.
That boy's blood father denied him.
A person can't choose their parent.
Enough.
For that...
Good health.
L'chaim.
Good health to you, sir. I'm Godwin. A friend of that lad you arrived with, Henry.
Baron Vauquelin Brabant, Chevalier d'Arezzo. I am a warrior, a traveler, a strategist, and also... à ma manière, hein?
My word.
Mais non! And I'm glad...
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. How did you... You...
this Bohemia, do you tell me...
My last... Aye.
Then?
Where have you been on your trip?
But of course! If you are interested in my greatest journeys, then I have traveled with a merchant. And if you are interested in my greatest deed...
And you would...
Which one?
Dear friends and allies, in these troublesome times, you all know why we're here. The question remains, what to do next? Sigismund is facing troubles in Hungary, and here, too, he is up against resistance. He's a capable strategist, but a poor diplomat. Mark my words. If we wait him out until winter, he will leave of his own accord.
By winter, he'll have torched all our fortresses and carried off everything that we possess.
Are we seriously gonna wait and cower in a corner? Or are we gonna drive them out in shame? A few well-planned raids and we could have him in our fists!
At what price? Have you got men to spare? Has any of you got men and money to spare?
We don't have men out there.
Yes, we do.
We do not.
Jobst is right. That whole sun won't fall easily.
Only we can't wait.
Are we to get ourselves killed?
Or end with nothing?
Friends, we'll get nowhere like this. Let's adjourn ourselves and try to think it through.
Well, that went just as expected. Good health.
And to yours. Could it have gone any other way when there's so many of us here?
I would have expected a bit more sense from Jobst, of all people. He made an amateur's mistake. But it's hard to be angry with him when he's trying to ingratiate himself with everyone. By the way, I'm John of Liechtenstein. And you must be Godwin, the son of...
That's not a thing I've ever boasted of. How do you know that?
I have my sources. From what I've heard about you, I'd judge you could be quite useful to me at today's gathering.
Is that so?
Indeed. And that's why I'd like to ask something of you.
As it happens, I've got nothing better to do anyway.
Excellent. I expect we can agree that Jobst's plan has certain shortcomings?
That's a weak word.
And the way it stands at the moment, he'll never get the support of the Council. But I have an idea how to change that.
Well, I'm curious how you hope to shut Zizka up and satisfy the ones who want peace.
We'll sit and wait quietly until Sigismund withdraws of his own volition, as Jobst proposes, but we'll be waiting in the military camp of our huge new army.
When Sigismund sees that, he'll be off to Hungary all the sooner. At a gallop.
Exactly. Sigismund's army is demoralized and weakened. And besides, he's running out of resources. He's able to tackle fortresses that aren't able to defend themselves. But he won't engage an equal force on the battlefield.
But he can't retreat either. That would be a disgrace.
And that's exactly why we'll wait until he's called back to Hungary by events there. For the plan to work, we need allies, their money and their determination. We've already set the ground for it. We just need negotiators who will push the right people in the right direction.
Are you saying you set everything in motion even before Jobst?
More like in parallel, but without his knowledge. If we find support and make it look like the whole thing was his idea, we'll all win.
Why are you doing all this anyway?
Because I want to put a stop to the senseless deaths. And also because I'm happier with Wenceslas on the Bohemian throne.
I'll help you. What exactly should I do?
I'll give you 3 names. Botchek of Kunstadt, Haman Alder, and Anna of Waldstein. If you can get those 3 on our side, we've won the day. Meanwhile, I'll take care of Jobst.
I'll get on it then. Wish me luck.
I wish us both luck. Before the day is over, the die will be cast.
Success to our plans.
I'll tell you, nobody has the likes of thee.
I'd like to check your horses out, and see if they're as good as you...
Ha! Even better. But you want...
And you might not believe your eyes.
Well, well.
I wanted to...
You wanted to apologize for crashing into my home without it by your leave. Or to harass my guests some more?
I want to have a word with...
Well, I'm having a word with you.
I apologize
for interrupting our conversation? Or just...
Is that your...
Unfortunately.
We'll talk later and...
Don't try.
Why so...
20 years ago, he was nothing. I got him a place at the Archbishopric to have some sense. Only it wasn't long before. And then I find out he's settled in some back... But he took his boozing and whoring along with him.
Try saying it again a little louder.
You have the impertinence to show me your face?
I wouldn't set foot here if I had a choice. Better to be a priest in some backwater than have a father like you.
How dare...
You're as shit a father as I am a son. We've got nothing to blame each other for. And now let me...
You're dishonoring...
I can't dishonor someone who has no...
That's enough!
Christopher.
You won't get away with those insults.
I'm not happy. This isn't how I imagined.
Make room for us. We'll just settle a very private matter. It's an honorable duel, man against man. Stay back.
Cover your right side! You've got a gap there I can drive a cart through! What's wrong with your legs?
Hey, who taught you that?
Look in my eyes, not at my sword! Swing with your whole arm, not just your wrist!
That will do. My God, Father always said you were a good-for-nothing boozer.
I was in a war. Right after, and you ought to know yourself.
Aye.
So Father would only he'll never be satisfied. The sooner you realize that, the better.
I thought he was the way he was because his first son let him down. And he hoped at least his second would become something.
Not at all. I remember him when I was 6 years old. I fell off a horse. He wouldn't talk to me for a week. Because
the first time he took me hunting, he let me starve for 3 days until I was able to shoot my first hare.
Only
I always wondered who you were.
Look, I really did fuck up everything I could. But now, I have a...
And that's...
I've got to get him on...
Aren't we all?
Maybe everyone's saying that.
Actually, I don't think you should even attempt it.
What else can I do?
I'll talk to him myself. He'll hear me out for sure. But...
All right, then. It's a nice idea, but we can't wait or...
Only no one's going to pay for one, because that would be an outright...
Alder's got some clout with the councillors and burghers who are loyal to Sigismund. If he agrees, they'll follow.
I expect Alder's not the only one. Leave Alder to me.
I don't know how to think.
You can drag me to a tavern sometime. Pa doesn't need...
You're starting...
Mind where you're going.
And that's exactly why we mustn't
good night's
push too
sleep
hard.
for 3 days.
We
have
burgers,
made to
patricians, and
Sir Bocek, I need to speak with you for a moment.
A man hardly puts his cup to his lips and someone comes along. Jobs comes up with a plan as full of holes as a beggar's shoes.
On the contrary.
Does that improvement include a few thousand men at arms?
A few only an order.
You've got my attention, but...
How can I
I need guarantees of security.
Of course. Once it comes to...
You can talk, since you haven't got a pot to piss in yourself. If you were in my position, you'd think differently. I have a lot of property, lots of subjects to look after, and along with that, the Lord... I can't risk it all in...
So you need guarantees that you won't be left standing in the...
My guarantee is called Yitka. If I succeeded in marrying her off to another strong house, I'll have the certainty that I won't be left...
Maybe it's enough to find a suitable...
Perhaps someone of suitable standing who Yitka would also gladly accept.
I believe...
And an uncertain party. But
how about...
He's a young...
What's wrong with him? He's young, and he'll give her...
And to half the wench. On the other hand, the Lords of Lipa have a good reputation. Maybe it's...
I'll convey...
I don't care what the young lord thinks. If he agrees, I'll be... The kingdom will not...
You know how I ended up last time? I won. You all over my feet.
Sir Hanush...
You do?
Young lord...
If he's got some impoverished, I'm not going to...
You misunderstood my meaning. I mean...
You arranged a marriage for my ward?
Just with the niece of Sir Bocek.
Bocek? Godwin, you can...
Oh, fuck.
I don't so. Young Hans,
Niece.
if you're serious, I'll make sure that you get...
Or you could make me the abbot of Sassa. Or what about a bishopric?
Forget it. Soon I'll be paying for But a word to Hans. I want to tell him my...
Cheers!
Cheers to you! And to your...
Sabuchik.
So, Hanush...
Indeed.
Then I will fulfill my end of the...
Thank you, Lord of Kunstad.
Enough for...
Cheers to the...
Here's to it.
Christ! Hold up.
God be with you. There's some...
God be with you.
Your...
No beating around the bush, eh?
Margrave Yob's plan has some gap.
To muster an army...
Christ!
I should say so. All sorts of people have their eyes on my... Although, between the two of us, it isn't...
How do you know Lich...
I know most of the people here very well. Many of them certainly have doubts about the Margraves, but they wouldn't dream. While it seems that Lord Liechtenstein...
I'd say you have a better nose for...
Not only for people...
Then you're in the right place.
The wine here is average. The cooks lack imagination. And I have yet... So, to the point.
Nothing more than support and resources for an army to...
Nothing more. I'd...
It's not only you're well able to negotiate and trade.
Then I'd be helpful to you if you want me to support you.
Do you have something in particular?
Well, one of the guests here has something that shouldn't get into the wrong...
Who's that?
Harmon Alder. Now, if you were to switch these papers for the ones he brought with him...
And the papers are...
Just insignificant documents. If the incriminating ones disappeared without a trace...
All right,
Alder will surely have the papers in his saddlebags, which he'll bring them to me. But watch yourself. Order him.
Take a look at that. A nightingale.
Huh? What brings you here?
Oh, nothing. An old dream.
I've got those papers.
Quiet!
My lady, with all the clamor going on here, I can hardly hear... Here they are.
You're more capable.
You're welcome.
As agreed. I will...
Thank you. No.
Yes, quite. But...
How could I refuse it?
And to the success...
Gentlemen, I think we can raise our goblets to the successful conclusion of the negotiations.
Is this... Like I said, miracles... Tell me, Godwin of the House of Odorin, what...
I bring nothing from the House of Odorin. But the widow of Waldstein and Sir Bocek of Kunstadt...
Both of them. Good.
This is going to be a long story, and I could use a drink.
It would seem that we have all benefited from the break in these proceedings. New alliances have been formed. And I have also changed my plans. We shall still wait for Sigismund to withdraw his troops of his own accord. But we will wait with an army at our backs.
Yes! And how are we to raise an army? Wasn't it made clear at the meeting that no one wants to take the risk?
The only thing made clear was that each of us alone is weak, and that we could not find common ground. But that has now changed.
King Wenceslas is, by the will of God, the Balbatim of all his subjects, not only the Christians. Our community, and not only ours, will give you coin.
The Kuttenberg houses are still loyal to King Wenceslas, and we stand with Lord Ruthard.
And if that's not enough, the houses of Leipa and Kunstadt will unite and march side by side.
My niece, Yitka, will take young Lord Capon as her husband.
Lords Kunstadt, Hanush, Radzig, and I will set out immediately. God willing, we will be back within 3 weeks, along with an army.
Now those are words worthy of a nobleman.
My friend, I still believe that words are more powerful than swords. And our words will ring in 1,000 voices to the glory of King Wenceslas.
After we conquered the city, you promised to restore order immediately. And then I find out things are even more disordered than before.
Your Majesty, we are sorry. We will put it to rights.
You've already said that. I want to hear real solutions.
We will put more guards on the roads and toughen penalties. We can have a few captured bandits executed as an example to others.
We do not care about bandits. We care about rebellious nobles and burghers. What will you do with them? How will you solve the chaos in the town administration, the rebellious miners, and the dismal yields? And how is it even possible that a rebellion against the king is smoldering here in the city?
What do you mean, sire?
I hear the resistance is coming from the Jewish quarter, from right under your noses. Why haven't you done anything?
We don't know who is behind this. Without evidence, we cannot punish them.
Otto von Berghoff did not ask questions in Prague either. He acted. And I advise you to do the same. Find a couple of wretches in a hole somewhere, point them to the Jewish quarter, and give them free rein to do anything. The city's Jewish community was and still is on Wenceslas' side. They need a warning.
We do not even have enough men to...
Marquardt, could you spare a few men for a while?
Of course, sire. I'll assign them to Eric. He'll take care of it.
So you see, all you have to do is make sure the city rebel get their share. You could at least manage that, couldn't you? And if the thought should cross your minds that you would get rid of the debts to the Jewish moneylanders this way, forget about it. Your debts will remain, up to the last groschen. Only now you owe us directly. And while we are on the subject of money, has the yield from the mines finally matched last year's?
Sire, the deposits are dwindling, and mining is becoming increasingly difficult. And to make matters worse, the miners started rebelling.
Don't take us for a fool. They'll stop rebelling when you pay them proper wages.
Your Majesty, we can't do that.
Silence! How dare you oppose the kingdom's protector? You're a bunch of incompetent sycophants! Chicken shits! Not any better than the scum hiding in the forest.
I apologize, sire. I'll do everything in my power to...
All I hear from you over and over again are excuses and prevarication. And results? None. I therefore place the City Council under the authority of Sir Marquardt von Aulitz, who is present here, with immediate effect. He will make sure you finally do your duty.
But, sire, that would be a violation of the privileges granted to us as a free mining town.
Silence! I am the only guarantor of your rights. You have to earn your privileges, not hide behind them. During my brother's reign, this idleness was perhaps tolerated. But that is over now. You were given a few simple tasks. But instead of working on them, you idled in the baths and lined your pockets. And let the traitors cast their nets undisturbed. But unlike my brother, I am capable of creating order. And I assure you, I do not distinguish between those who stand in my way. Be they beggars, noblemen, or city councillors. You have 2 weeks to restore order in the city and increase mining output. I want clear results, and you answer only to me and Sir Marquardt von Aulitz now. No one else. The council is dismissed. You, don't go anywhere, boy. Be so kind and remain here. Our throat has become rather dry. And we still wish to speak with our friend von Aulitz.
Yes, sire. As you wish, sire.
Between the two of us, Marquardt, was I not perhaps too harsh on them? And speak candidly. We have had enough of false flattery.
Sire, you were harsh, but rightfully so. These councillors, they need to be shown their place. You suffered their insolence for far too long. And the same is true of the Jews.
We know. Otto repeated to us several times that it is time to strike against them. We are glad he's not here. He would be intolerably self-satisfied if he knew we had heeded him.
Boy, can't you see the king's cup is empty?
You tend to us as if we were infirm. Boy, pour us a monastic wine. The monks had a good year. We have concerns, friend. The Hungarians are rebelling. Our army is falling apart, and we have enemies here on all sides. Would we had a proper army instead of Cuman mercenaries? They cannot be relied upon. And we are no closer to our goal now than a few months ago. Thank you. It is a good year. If our father were still alive, he would have been astonished by the mess that a few years of Wenceslas' reign brought to us. With a single word, he would have put the nobility in their place, and the country would flourish. God grant him eternal glory.
We won't need much more time. We'll arrest the traitor Odorin, and the rest will fall in line.
You say the others will be brought into line, but what do you know of them? We know only a few of them. But there's a fortress standing on every damn hill here. What side are their lords on?
We'll find out soon enough, sire.
If only Wenceslas were not such a stubborn ass, and relinquished that throne that he has no use for anyway. The nobility, on the other hand, found a ruler like him very useful. They made a puppet out of him.
Once you restore order, they'll join you. All you have to do is promise them the privileges they lost during Wenceslas' reign.
First, they'd have to be willing to make peace at least among themselves. Jobst does everything he can to sow chaos, so that he himself emerges victorious in the end. This business makes me thirsty. Pour me some of that red, boy.
I think Jobst is just waiting for the right moment. He'll switch sides when it suits him.
Maybe. But first I'll have to conquer a few more. Then they take the threat of war seriously. And Hungary. If Bohemia is a wasp's nest, then Hungary is a viper's lair.
You will follow in his footsteps, sire, as soon as you get the chance.
But the wine is good here. To your health, Marquardt. May your children grow in a land ruled by a good king.
Thank you, sire. You are too magnanimous.
Why? You did a good job. You can be proud of yourself.
To your health, your majesty.
First, we need to crack down on the biggest troublemakers.
We're working on it. While the council was meeting, Otto von Berghoff and his men set out for Rabosch. Odorin won't give you any more trouble.
He and Ruthard are in it together. Once we get Odorin, we can handle Ruthard easily. Rabosch will be yours. After all, Otto has already got Malishov.
I appreciate your confidence, sire.
But the devil knows there are a lot more strongholds to conquer here.
For the king, red wine, boy.
No, we shall have white. We have had enough of red.
White it is. Quickly! If Rabosch falls, others will follow.
I think von Berghoff's little contraption will find its use again.
If need be, we could use it to raise this town hall too. And I have some suggestions for other candidates.
Not so fast, my friend. It's a wondrous tool, but we can't rely on it forever.
But to bring it here to the square and point it at the city hall? Those sycophants would only benefit from a warning like that.
It's a splendid idea, but it won't be necessary. The councillors are quite fearful enough already that they can hide nothing from us.
There's been enough fretting, sire. You shall see. Soon we will drink to the conquest of another fortress.
You are right. So then, to victory. And you, boy, will you drink with us? So that you shall have something to tell your children and grandchildren.
To victory, sire.
To today's, and those of the future.
that you're doing?
I'm filled with
You heard that Lord Constance is marrying the Lord Herkstein.
I assure you, Botchek made sure everyone heard.
When those two girls
I'd like to drink a toast with you to our joint success. As they say, so touching. Come.
I never had.
See, only fuck well. His I had you could.
filled with grief. The roast was calling out to me, begging to be eaten.
Hunger, poverty, and plague, it's too much for a man to take. Even men of faith are cowering, faced by evil overpowering.
was brown and
Not sure. Your wing.
All right. I'm sorry. You're right about Sigismund. Calling out, begging to be eaten.
I couldn't resist either.
But that is about... The artist I is the... I dress this... Give me 100 knights.
Your life depends on your steed. Some easily spooked pony is the lot.
Having a... There's a fucking... Well, what are you missing? Don't you... Aye, I forgot. Leave it. No, they wouldn't have...
It would make a lot of things easier for you.
And how should I interpret this question?
How come you're still here, sir? Weren't you supposed to try...
All hail Jobst. He sorted things out here nicely. He got my money for a start, and that's more. But you know how I explained to the Margrave that I'm not going anywhere, and I sent my captain with him. He's still young and full of piss and vinegar. I'm too old and fond of my comfort.
Did you at least discuss with Hanush where the wedding will take place?
Nothing to discuss. The wedding will take place at our castle Littitz, of course. It's the pride of our family. We can fit in 3 times more people than here, and that still wouldn't be much.
Ah, but there are 2 castles in Rattay. I'd bet my right arm old Hanush will want to have the wedding there.
What? In Rattay? Well,
deal with him yourself.
Wouldn't worry about it if I were you, my dear.
It's easy for you to say. You don't...
Ride in the woods or a hunt. No use at all for battle.
You don't need an expensive horse for battle. You just need one that can run straight.
You're wrong. In a battle, your life depends on your steed. And some easily spooked pony is the last thing you need.
My woods are fellow.
God be with you, my friend.
You have run out when you started
Good day.
marching.
All day long, they're trying to agree on something they won't remember in the morning. I spent half the day.
Do you get it, Father?
Please, call me Rabbi.
And let's drink to the future of Lady Yitka. May her marriage to Lord Capon bring her happiness.
The same as our holier than thou's.
What is bothering you, young man?
Friends now. Here, nobody knows.
But that is about to change. The defense of Göttingen...
Where is the bother? What let's say the gate to do?
I am here for the feast
Not true.
I haven't eaten so well.
Stuff your craw anywhere, even at home. This is about politics.
It was brown eyed,
Good wine on the table.
Someone will see us.
They won't. Come here.
all right. Sorry, but you're right about Sigismund. The sooner he's gone, the sooner life returns to this country.
Let's drink to that.
To King Wenceslas.
Let's drink and be merry.
Not a bad one.
But when it comes to affairs of state...
Forget it.
I thought your Aliska was brown eyed, though.
Ghost. What? Half of us only came here for the feast anyway. Stuff your craw.
The sooner he's gone, the sooner life returns.
Let's drink to that.
To King Wenceslas.
For the piglet. An agreement, but it's going to take time to raise an army. Right? Half of the French court knows me, but the thing. Well, I'm not in France now. Here, nobody knows. But that is about to change.
I myself.
Either.
You young men.
Half the day scrubbing that floor.
And with you.
Couldn't you have run out when you started retching? All day long, they're trying to agree on something they won't remember in the morning.
Good day.
Good day.
The rat'll be good, I hope.
Now there's a piece of horseflesh for you, Rootheart. Not like that nag of yours.
What the hell do you beat it with? It looks more like a damn bull.
Sir! Sir! There's some horsemen right out front of the fortress.
Ah, that's Peter of Pisac. Wouldn't come to the council, but is coming happily to this celebration, you old fox.
Come on in, sir. There's wine aplenty.
Hey! Hey! Intruders! Enemies at the gates!
Seize the nobles! Kill the rest!
Jesus! They're surrounding Kristen. He can't make it on his own.
Show what you're made of!
Slice him up!
Fuck's sake! One step back!
Jesus! The surrounding Christopher! He can't make it on his own! Jesus! The surrounding Christopher! He can't make it on his own!
Never saw that coming! No chance!
No one's had it!
Jesus! The surrounding Christopher! He can't make it on his own!
I'm off! I still can't quite do that!
Shake that! No one's had it! Hey, fuck that! Can't do one step back! Stand your ground! There! To me! Get him from behind! Let him have it! Bleeding like a statue! Your eyes! That's right! Drive those horses out! So will you die!
Whoa!
Oh, you led him on nicely! Hey, I need a hand here.
Die!
Oh, you led him on nicely!
God!
Whoa!
Right! That must hurt! Now I'll show you.
Now you're mine, you bastard! Wanker!
Bad luck. You won't get me.
Now you're mine, you bastard!
That was a close shave.
A little too close. Oh, fuck me. Do my eyes deceive me? Henry!
Godwin!
How did you get...
Damn. I can't tell you how happy...
Is everyone alright?
Well, some are.
They captured Odorin, Kunstad and Rutard. And they took Alder and Conrad of Vector away too.
They wanted to slay the rest like dogs.
What about my father?
They left with Yobs long before that, but... not everyone was so lucky.
Where did they go?
They've got to raise an army for us. And I hope they fucking...
So we have a plan to counter...
More of a promise than a plan.
But, as you can see, our allies are getting...
I'll gladly play dead for a while. Be so kind. And don't speak of the dead.
What happened?
Anna of Waldstein. She didn't stand a chance.
She was simply in the wrong place at the...
And they almost killed my... But only almost.
What do you mean, almost?
I got there in time. Christopher tried to defend her father, but nearly lost...
Old grievances aside, Odorin is an ally. The same as Rutard and Botchek.
Oh, they all have their quirks. Cousin Botchek's a money-grabbing magpie. But I wouldn't give up on the fucker either. We'll have to wait for the other side's move anyway.
I tried to come as soon as possible and warn you.
You knew he was...
He wanted Odorin. He probably had no idea they'd find most of Sigismund's enemies here.
I bet he couldn't believe it.
And Sigismund will be moving at a gallop. We have to be really careful now.
Is there anything?
Definitely not. We'll treat the wounded, bury the dead, then we'll hide in the Devil's Den and wait for Jobst and his army.
If I survive the journey... Oh, God's teeth. That stupid nag nearly...
The king announced one more thing at the council. That is...
Fuck! Liechtenstein's got his people there. They could reveal a lot.
The city rabbi is sitting upstairs in the hall. At least...
They're our allies.
What do you mean by we? Everyone here is lucky to be still breathing. Maybe Samuel will figure something out.
He's here too?
Aye, escorting the rabbi. You should...
Anyway,
give me a moment.
Let me spare the animals.
My Tempest lost his life too.
Good to see you,
Oh, come on. They could well... If it hadn't...
Von Aulitz surprised even Sigismund with...
Well, they killed Lady Anna of Volstein. And they kept... Without them, we can hardly get the burghers on our side.
We'll figure out a way to help.
But how? Get a grip. You're right. When I drink too much wine, nevertheless, I have to admit it can't get much worse.
Actually, at Sigismund's council, an order was given to ransack the Jew...
God's woo! We need to get back to the city and warn them. I'm going with you. Out of the question. You'll be more useful if you stay here and help Shishka. Henry, tell Samuel and the rabbi to get ready to travel. I'll try to get someone else to join.
She couldn't even defend herself.
Why did they even attack her?
Otherwise, Rabosh would be left without a fort. No one knows where coming from.
You did.
Sam, I need to have a word.
Just tell him.
What did you talk about?
We talked about your...
Why?
It's true, I did not. Remember how I stared at your sword when we first met? I recognized the Master's symbol engraved there. Well, the thing is...
What?
Yes, his son. That is, his
Why are you even
I thought you would want to know. Martin was raising you instead of being with Mother. And me.
You know, all my life, I thought it. Now that I know, I will never...
I can tell you about him if you want. This is not the end. Sigismund ordered confiscation of the property of people in the Jewish quarter.
The king has approved the Gzere.
He's no king to me. He's a fucking whoreson.
What's a Gezerah?
That is hard to explain.
Nonsense. It is as clear as Christians set out to kill our people. Innocent and often defenseless. Ransack their houses and divide the loot. And all that with...
This is what we were afraid of. But we did not expect. We need to get back into the city and get... Will you come with us, Henry?
I'll come. And...
Very well.
Let's not waste time.
Thank God you're all right. On the way here, I saw Sigismund horsemen and feared the worst.
Kubienka? What brings you here?
Well, I heard you were having some kind of a feast here, so I came to grab a bit of meat. And I see, instead of that, you have a massacre here.
Well, the real massacre is yet to come if we don't do something fast. We have to get to Kuttenberg. Can we borrow the wagon you arrived on?
But of course. I borrowed it too, if you know what I mean, but,
Could you stop blabbering already? We don't have the time.
Easy, Ingele. And you, sir, if you can, come with us and help us.
All right. But could you please tell me what the fuck is going on?
I'll explain to you on the way. Time is running out.
Are you coming too, Sir John?
Of course.
Now, let's go.
Peresh, can we go any faster?
Settle down, son. If you must keep your tongue busy, then use it to pray.
Would you tell me what the fuck is going on already?
Sigismund ordered an attack on the Jewish quarter. We need to take all my papers and get the people out of there.
Bloody hell. I just got ailed up so nicely today.
Oh, that is just great. My mother's life is in the hands of a drunkard.
Now, enough with the talking. Can't we really go any faster?
Just hold on tight back there.
What's the matter? Why are we stopping?
We will walk from here. We cannot drive right into those murderers' arms.
But how do we get into the town then?
We will go through Sheol.
There are many abandoned mine shafts under the town. One of them ends here.
Won't it collapse on our heads?
We'll find out soon enough. Follow me.
What a blessing it is to have found the passageway.
I would be happier if we could do without it.
We all would, lad. But it has been decided as punishment for our many sins.
Our sins?
You killed our savior.
What did you just say?
Nothing, I'm just blabbering.
I dare you to say that again. Loud and clear.
You know what, sir? Just ignore me and be glad I'm here. And you up front, pick it up, little curva. My horse is getting numb.
I heard something.
So, do you hear anyone?
If they manage to get all the way here, it is all over.
No, I think... I must have just imagined it. Let's keep moving.
we should split up here. Me and the rabbi will go this way to the shul. We have to take the Torah and warn everyone.
What about us?
You keep going straight ahead and then to the left. You'll get right to the King Solomon Tavern. Gather up all the secret documents and wait for us.
Shouldn't someone come with you, just in case? How about Kubienka here? Henry and I can handle it.
Well, if you insist.
Was that all the contempt you could muster up?
Well, good luck. We'll see you up there.
Follow me. Hopefully we'll find it quickly. I left a stack of my papers in the tavern. And if they fall into Sigismund's hands, people in other towns will die too.
Do you think we're going to make it in time? To find the papers? Save the people?
I pray we can, Henry. There's nothing more I can do. Hopefully everything will be all right at the tavern. My stash is locked away, and Samuel's friends are guarding the place. But who knows what the situation is like in the streets now? It's strange all the same, isn't it? Hundreds of people must have dug this tunnel. Years of hard labor in the darkness. The effort, the suffering. And today, God willing, we'll save a lot of folks suffering thanks to it. Damn it!
What's the matter?
The door leading up to the tavern is open. Samuel's men wouldn't have left it like this. Somebody else must have got in.
I think there's...
Go and check it out. I'll gather up my...
Kiss my heart, Ben. Always a pleasure talking to you.
Why the fuck do you serve Eric then, if you're scared shitless of him?
What do you expect me to do? Go up to him and tell him I'm leaving?
Aye, that ain't a good idea. I knew a bloke who tried that.
And what happened to him?
I don't know, actually. I saw him go to Eric's tent to give him a piece of his mind, but never saw him come out.
Bugger this, not a damn thing here. If we go back empty-handed, Eric will give us a bottle.
In God's name!
Useless!
I can't leave now.
I'm going to double check that I didn't leave anything behind. You better do the same.
I can't leave now.
Baruch Hashem, Henry. You're all right.
Sam, you're back already? How does it look outside?
A few of the cutthroats got in over the walls, but we dealt with them. But there are more outside the gate.
4 of them were here in the tavern, too.
Fortunately, they didn't take anything important. But your friends paid for it with their lives.
What?
I'm so sorry. If it's any consolation, Henry here has already taken care of those cutthroats.
But they didn't look like they just came to the tavern by chance. Eric must have sent them. All right, we got...
I'm sure Mum is waiting for us. We have to take her to the shul.
You go ahead. I'll lock the tavern and block the secret passageway so no one else can get...
But sir...
I can take care... God be with...
Adam, is that you? What happened?
They climbed over the wall. One of them must have hit me.
Get up. We have to get to the shul fast. Can you walk?
I can't.
Don't worry. I'll help you. Henry, go and get Mummy. She will be in that house on the left. Bring her here.
What's the matter? Where's Sam?
Don't worry, Ma'am. He sent me to take you to him.
Mein Gott! What happened to him?
Nothing. He's out on the street helping the wounded. Let's go now. We're out of time.
Wait! Who are you anyway?
My name is Henry. I'm, Do you remember Martin, the blacksmith?
Of course I do.
I'm his... son.
Was sagst du?
Sam told me that...
Watch out! More are coming! Run to the back, it might be safer there!
What's going on?
Sam, are you all right?
I'm fine, but we will talk when you are safe. Now run!
We have to get to the synagogue. But how?
Through the backyards. Follow me.
I'll be done with you.
Watch out! They're shooting at us! From the ramparts! Get rid of them!
I'll beat you to a bloody pulp, fucker! I'll rip your ass open!
Jim, they're gone. We have to keep going. Through the yards. That is you to the leg. Can you help them?
Come on, then! Das ist vorbei.
We cannot get past the wagon. We have to go this way. Through the house.
Bleeding all...
Mummy.
Kiss them all down! What the hell?
What is it, fuckers? You'd rather slaughter women and the defenseless?
Let's go! What's going on up there?
Go inside. Quick. To the fucking task.
I've never been so glad to see you two.
In need of a helping hand, are you?
No, I just don't want to die here alone.
There they are!
Well, now we're really fucked.
Mustn't get inside! We have to hold them back! For how long, though? As long as...
Not him! I want him alive!
We'll rid this place of you scum!
Go again! What's it got? Hey, I'll be done with you in a flash. Bash him on the head.
Good strike! Good strike!
Say a prayer if you can.
God will forgive you. Come to me, someone. I'm like the can. Yeah. Don't spare it. Get him. True blood. Yeah. It's keeping you. You won't get me. Christ, that must hurt. We'll rip the place to pieces. That must hurt. Pray, yeah, smash his face in. Blood, yeah. Don't spare him. Hell is waiting. Blood.
Caught him out sweetly. You can't stand up to this.
Smash him on the head. God demands it. You won't get me. God demands it. Smash him on the head.
Nice hit.
True blood. Yeah. Come here. You're worst. It's a wonder you're still standing.
Break through.
Keeping you chance.
Now you're done. Bash him on the head.
Come on! Everyone's inside! Henry, come on! Let's go!
Mormir. Let's go. It's this way. Damn. That was a close shave. I reckon I should go to Samuel's mother. And talk to her about Martin. I won't get another chance.
Surely we cannot just leave. Don't worry, even if that happens,
Are you alright?
I'm fine.
I know this might not be the best time.
Right now? Well, how is
He,
Oh, the hen of Shutsura.
Sigismund burned down my village. Pa went to help Ma.
I am sorry to hear that, lad. But that, at least you survived.
I'm sorry I don't have better.
Do not worry about it.
Is everything...
Yes. Do not.
Alright.
Before you...
Well,
He will
well,
use...
I'm sorry even...
Well, and what are your... I would take...
Have a safe journey.
Sei gesund.
just leave them lying around here. You have to take them with us. Easy, calm down.
That my critics...
Don't worry, even if that happens, it will be able to pull the wagon. Look at him.
Yes, pull it will.
Look at it.
But it will not
All
be
ablaze.
fast.
Do not worry.
keep the peace, and we won't have any problems. I went on a walk once. I didn't know where.
Damn it! That door's supposed to be closed. What? You're not allowed here. Huh?
Next time, don't come in here without permission. Got that? Or I'll end up in the kingdom of heaven by myself.
You don't look so
And on
good.
the shelf.
You should
All
see
right,
the sword
I will.
brothers.
But I've got to go now. If my wife saw us, I'd be in deep shit. My God, what happened to you?
Well, what the man? Burgundy wine. Try some wine from the Gutenberg vineyard.
Good morning to you.
Farewell. Take a bath, for goodness sake. You look awful.
Don't worry. Even if that happens, it will be able to pull the wagon.
Look at him. Yes, pull it will, but it will not leap after you. Do not worry. What if some... One notices. He's not stealing the horse.
Andreas Flummel, bailiff of Kuttenberg, and the council as a whole are looking for volunteers to repair the...
What did I do to you?
Many of you merciful King Sigismund won't permit us to repair the walls, he claims. But here you see, that's
You've no business poking around in people's locks. Clear off!
And he's definitely not afraid we might ever rebel against him.
Hey, you better get your paws out of there. Surrender now!
I surrender!
Now I'll your days of...
How dare you have any idea?
What are you trying?
All right.
Now.
Have a look then.
Right, all right, but I don't... Well, that's taken care of. Off you go now. Do you want me to arrest you again?
Hear ye! Andreas Flummel, bailiff of Kuttenberg, and the council as a whole are looking for...
Calm down. Surely there's a reasonable explanation for this.
You could stick your reason up your arse. I told you something like this would happen. We never should have stopped bringing the offerings. Your offerings.
Filthy again. Damn it.